The last business model or archetype that we'd like to talk to you about is the marketer. The marketer is someone who creates a geographic area or a certain sphere of influence that's grounded in, basically it becomes their unique selling proposition. And it's a process of attraction, not promotion. And the way to do that, we teach a whole class on it called geographic farming. And it's without a doubt the hardest to build and the best model of all, because it's self-sustaining, it's organic, you become identified as the go-to person in a given community, a zip code, or a neighborhood to do business in. There's a variety of ways to do this. One of them is called quantum digital marketing. Another one is something called CoreFact, just like it sounds, CoreFact.com. And somebody who's watching this video is going to make a lot of money because they're going to devote the time, energy, and resources necessary to make this business model get some legs for them. And it's a huge deal. It's a wonderful way to do business. It's called niche marketing, geographic farming. The way to do this is to carve out a specific area or neighborhood to work in. Hardest to build, easiest to maintain. It's organic and dynamic, as I mentioned. You can attract people to you. The coolest part about this model is when you sit down with somebody who wants to sell their house, they're somewhat pre-sold because you're perceived to be the resident expert, the neighborhood expert, the area expert. And it's a huge deal. It's an easy model to build, and using today's technologies, it's a lot easier to build than it used to be. And it's very easy to maintain. All you need is some money, a little bit of organization, and consistency. If you're going to do this model, let's say you take a zip code or an area and you send in postcards and you start to do all your open houses in that neighborhood. You put directionals in there whenever and wherever possible, hold open houses, and just start to inculcate yourself or integrate yourself into the community as the neighborhood expert. It's a wonderful, wonderful way to do business. You can develop a reputation as an expert in the area. You can build your brand, your identity, and your brand becomes synonymous. Your messaging automatically to your audience, and you can develop and use campaigns to reach the audience, including recent sales statistics, etc. So it's a great comprehensive way to grow a great real estate practice. If you focus in that area and you live in that area, all kinds of magical things happen. One of them is that you can show 5 houses in 45 minutes as opposed to 5 or 6 hours. It's just so efficient and effective as a business model, it's unbelievable. So what do you need to do this? You need a niche or a brand-oriented website that focuses on the community and the geographic sphere. You need content. Today there's all kinds of content out there that you can almost be automatically provided with. The research is at your fingertips. You need a CRM, and you need an email or a marketing system to that community as well. Offers, free reports, blog articles, etc. And you need lead capturing tools and systems. I'll give you an example. CoreFact. You take an area of 500 houses. You put the postcards into that neighborhood. There's a QR code on each postcard that you send out that's unique to that house. It says scan here to determine your home's value. A person can be provided automatically with a detailed report, and the coolest part about CoreFact is that system then alerts you that that person has done that. So it actually bubbles up for you the best leads in the area. It's an incredible system. I encourage you to invest in it if you have the financial wherewithal to make something like this happen. It's a huge deal. I could tell you many stories about friends of mine in the old days that used this system to create a 6-figure income very, very quickly and maintain it without a lot of hassle or a lot of problems. As long as you're consistent in your behaviors, that image of you as the neighborhood expert will build and build and build. It's a fantastic way to do business. It is not something, in the interest of full disclosure, this is not something that I took advantage of in my career years ago. And if I had my career to do over again, this is where I would go and this is where I would stay. It's the simplest, easiest way to do business in the real estate business, as being the go-to person for a given geographic area, zip code, neighborhood, however big you want it to be. If I had my career to start over again, I would do a 500 house farm, start small, and I would make a separate account. I would make that a division of my business, and whatever came in from that area, I would put in an account. I would practice all of the other business models, especially networking, but I would make this a core business, and I would infinitely expand it. In other words, I would take that 500 house farm when it started to mature and I got transactions from it. I would put 100% of that money back in there, and I would just simply keep expanding that geographic area. I hope you do it. I could tell you a lot of stories about people that have had that model almost exclusively from the inception of their career and made tremendous amounts of money. Simple, easy, organic, dynamic, lots of fun. You're pre-sold when you go into the listing. This is not a model in which most people are going to hassle you a lot or negotiate on commissions. And you're kind of almost the go-to choice for a given area when somebody doesn't have a chosen realtor. I think it's the best of all of the business models. So those are thoughts on this particular model, and I hope somebody runs with it because it's a great way to do business. Thanks.